Welcome back. 2 workers and resources. Well, time to finish our constructions in Svidava and plan out our next settlement. We have a few options. We can have another settlement on the western border as a lumber mill area. Lumber mill and maybe construction workers for any construction in this area, since we're currently not set up to have construction be done here with our own population. The other options include a scrapyard on the southern end of our map, a meat production line, or a food factory. All 3 options that we could be doing. While we build Svidava, I'll probably pick something that I feel like doing. Maybe there are a few other things that we could be doing. Maybe we have to do all of them to earn money, and because we need the settlements to get to our 7 settlements to run our vehicle production line and actually start providing personal vehicles to our population. Money's looking okay now. We're getting a decent chunk of US currency. Don't have many expenses on the northwestern border. And the eastern side should also do fine. There are some imports happening occasionally, but for the most time we should be okay. We're currently running the harvest for this year. We got some extra vehicles. Put all of the vehicles back into the farm itself. And this year, hopefully, we get all fields harvested and all the harvest brought in. Still have 2 months to go. Let's see how well we do. Could add another vehicle. We have 8 vehicles so far. I mean, we could go up to... money's a little bit tight. A little bit of a lost harvest is okay. Crops do not earn us that much money, but it is a consistent income that we should be able to sustain by just keeping the vehicles repaired. And over time we can upgrade our fleet to some better vehicles. Looks like the vehicle repairs on the western border are finished. We'll limit this area to like 2 workers running the repairs. You will be forced to run repairs right now, as will all of you. You're gonna get one as well. We still have to buy some covered haul trucks to run repairs here. I said I didn't want to buy one of these because they are way too large. So I'll grab some of the IFA W50 covered trucks that I usually use for repair stations, because they are small and convenient, I think, and they can drive around and repair vehicles inside buildings by themselves. You'll also get some repairs, that's fine. Building a monument, very good. Gonna be costly, but we do need something that boosts loyalty in the area. And we also need our police station, which we do have. Complaints about food are not good. Can you send some more sellers here, maybe? Okay, the game is being stupid again. Kindergarten, shopping center, clinic. are and heating plant are the important buildings. Get some workers here, please. Hurry up. Need to fill the other residential building. Oh, now you're complaining about unemployment. Okay, then school. Oh, I guess I can just assign everything pretty much. I think that's everything. If you have unemployment issues, why don't you work inside the shopping center? Got a criminal case. Alright. Oh, the fire station. Also get the fire station, please. That one can take a lot of workers. Alright. I think we're okay now. They were probably prioritizing all of the university-educated workplaces instead of balancing themselves out a little bit more smart. Let's run the construction of the technical service. Low priority is fine. The flat shall be on medium priority now. And then last but not least, we still have to set up the university for the area. But otherwise, this should be... Oh god, why are you balancing it that way again? Where is everyone? I mean, waiting a little bit in front of the shop is okay, but still not ideal. Five workers in the kindergarten. Might have to increase the population here later on, but let them run it for now. Let's check that the fire station does have workers, but then go back to the east. There are workers here, some. That should be good enough. Some are complaining about not being able to work because of no one in the kindergarten, because they are... I thought 150 was a good amount to balance things. Maybe I need more, maybe 200. Restrict that to 2. Let's open up the police station to the maximum amount. Otherwise we're gonna have cases run through here without them being resolved. Alright, just keep running that like so, it'll be fine. I assume the area is going to be stable and make us money. I don't know. Still have 2 loans to pay back. Using money here for... Wait, are we getting power? We're getting power from the west? I thought we'd get power from the east over there. Confused. Oh, I clicked the east, never mind. Fuel, steel, food, coal, and prefab panels were the last imports. So yeah, the area should be okay. Slow construction speed, but overall things should be moving along. And no one is bringing workers from the foreign border, So we shouldn't have any expenses there, except for bringing in meat, food and clothing. And hopefully clothing, we can bring over our own resources soon. To have a lot of them stored up. There's not going to be that many expenses. What are you doing? Steel for the Soviet emblem, okay. And we got our distribution offices. That's very good. Because that means we can also now actually set up new settlements, because we can make the other ones self-sufficient. Because this one currently does not have its own distribution office. And Karabadak and Prostelova all share the same distribution office for the citizen goods. We probably have one distribution office at the beginning, doing everything, with the ability to have more vehicles. But money is still a little bit tight, as our income heavily depends upon oil exports and alcohol. And some clothing. We will hopefully be able to make ends meet and expand. I think before we set up a scrapyard we should get something that reduces our costs even more, and it will have to be a settlement that runs either a food factory or a meat production line. Now we would require more food, like capacity-wise, than meat. Last year we had 220 units of food imported, but only 52 units of meat. And the food is also twice as expensive as the meat, so a food factory could be better to use as a first step. Duseni already has its factory. I don't think attaching another factory would be very smart. The food factory itself could grow quite big, like the settlement with the workers. I'll probably have it over here. That'll put it in range. I'll put it in range of the fire station from Prostelova. It'll put it in range of a future rail line that goes through here. Can hook up the food factory to the rail line. It doesn't really have to. I mean, we could also just have a generic train stop where everyone just sends the resources by truck. But yeah, we'll probably have another settlement over here. So we'll have a side road from the heating plant going across here. We'll pause these roads again. And then we'll run a road across here. And we'll use that junction as the center of the settlement, I guess, with the heating plant in that area. Oh my god. What did we import? I guess we didn't import fuel for quite a while. Let's make sure everything I place will not get built. So no active constructions from here on out. I would share the heat between two settlements if only the bloody heating pipes weren't as expensive. But then again, if I shared heating, the other heating plant would run at much higher capacity and could negatively affect the health of people living in that area. So probably a good idea not to do that. But I can and I will pick up electricity from over here, since we only need one substation to power everything. The substation over here. No sewage. Also needs to be considered. Maybe this is a sewage truck situation, because the settlement is so small. Setting up the infrastructure I can probably do without. For the smaller well, it might turn into a larger settlement, I guess. We'll leave the options open. We'll make it face down towards our sewage piping. And see where we go. Is that not lined up correctly? Seems to be lined up. It wants to be slightly slanted. That must be the elevation. This is not assigned. This is assigned. Let's unassign it. Merge it together. And then drag a road down here without snapping to the grid. That's fine. Okay. It's going to run a food factory, so it will need a decent amount of workers. We don't need to run it full capacity 24/7, but we still need to run it at some capacity to provide us with food for our republic. The food factory could be all the way on the road pretty much. And then I have a footpath along the road towards the settlement area. Yeah, we'll have if we have a train station, we're not going to connect this directly to a train station. It'll just be over here. Food factory in this area. Okay, that's the food factory. The residential buildings will be in walking distance, no matter where they are in this area. The food factory, together with the heating plant, could cause a bit of pollution. That's one of the concerns of this area, I guess. Maybe we should have the food factory down here instead. So it does not do that. Maybe if we have the food factory away from the heating plant, they cannot combine together to make high amounts of pollution. I mean, we can set up the food factory as the last building somewhere on this road here, away from the residential area here and here. We have our polluting facilities on the main road, easily accessible to anything coming by trying to pick things up. We have the option for footpath connection, which is good. I don't think this will need a police station. Probably not. That remains to be seen. We have to set up the road first. We can already build that. And they are working on it. So let them build that. Now, here's the question. Do I want this to be a settlement that doesn't have a shopping center and they have to drive to a nearby settlement for shopping? Because that could be an experiment. That is something that needs testing. But the food factory also requires a lot of workers, so maybe that's not the best choice here. I don't like having to make cinemas in every settlement, though. Decisions. Let's see, food factory was how many workers? 170, 310. No, 340, 510. 510 workers just for the factory. Well, I mean, it's 3 buildings of these, because they have 177. And we've used this one a lot. It is very good for what we are doing. I don't know. Using these feels weird if you have the other one as option, but I guess we're gonna go for a little bit of diversity in this area and try with these residential buildings. As long as they are in range of everything that we have placed down right now. Heating, electricity, water and sewage. That will be connected fine. And we have to go for, well, I don't want to run the food factory at full capacity, but we'll start with 3 buildings. Should be lined up correctly. So. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, I guess it's not symmetrical. That's right, it's not symmetrical. That's fine. Don't really need the gravel roads, but that's how we're going to build them, I guess. Let's not use gravel roads. Footpaths all the way. Let's set up the road first. I want to know if we can reach this with an existing police station. This one is probably even closer. We'll have to see. Can probably add a bypass road here to get a little bit more distance and make sure we cover the residential buildings. Alright, let's set up a kindergarten for the area. We'll leave the area in between for green space instead. Put a school here. And a kindergarten. This area will also need parking lots to allow people to work these buildings, the school and the clinic. As you do. So we don't need a police station. I'm pretty sure that I can make it so that it won't be necessary. But we will need a pub. And a cinema. I mean, the area will be somewhat large, so I guess a cinema is okay. And a sports facility. Since there shouldn't be any university-educated people around, I think a large football playground for them for non-cold months right behind the pub is what I'm gonna go for. Maybe multiple. Make it follow the road properly and not make it align with the pub. As long as the corners meet, it's fine. What else do we need? We have a clinic. We don't need a fire station, I don't think. There should be enough coverage. Gonna be nah, this might be too close. These ones up here, however, they can cover this area, so that'll be dealt with. We'll need waste pickup. Let's go through it. We have... oh right, we need shopping. That's the one I forgot. Small shopping center, for sure. I'm getting mad at the tooltip again being in the way. But yeah, distribution office for more trucks. Something we need soon. Once our US currency stabilizes over 100,000, we can probably move some over back to rubles. Not sure why we are not getting that much money right now. Lots of fuel import. I don't know if we got all the harvest in. Probably not. Doesn't look like it. Now we should be exporting again, which means I have to set the trucks back to export for us manually. I also kind of need a road depot. a proper one. Don't have another free depot available. Let's see, where are the road depots? Road cranes. Alright. Scrapping facility could be useful, making room for these to go away. But for now, we'll just need a way to get our farming trucks back on the road to continue exporting. Load any crops and bring them to the customs house. We should this time, I believe, do all the exports. I think I started it a little bit earlier. Oh, we still have a line. Let's pick you and assign you to... Oh. Never mind. We'll do it like that, I guess. Got our grain export line. Yeah, you're just moving from grain storage to grain storage, that is fine. You still need to keep running that. Alright. Run the export, make us a bit of money. I should probably get a snowplow here. Speed things up a little bit through winter. The bridge is done, first part of the road is done. I guess we're gonna go ahead and assign the next road construction. Maybe I can merge them into one large chunk instead. So I only have to assign it once. And it'll take a while to dig, but yeah, no rush right now. Just build that whole section in one go. Let's check on the constructions in Svidava. We can't start any construction over here. So on the western border that seems easier to do. Continue construction. No one's going here because I didn't tell them to go here. Okay. Send workers here and the residential building, please. Seven work days will be quick. This will take a little bit longer. And we still have to build the pub as well. Thankfully that will only need one road crane and we have 3 available in total. Not a lot of staff in here, but that's okay. Oh yeah, let's make sure all the crime cases in Karabadak are dealt with. Just real quick. That looks fine. We'll limit that to 20 workers. So, how much staff is that? 10. The courthouse needs more workers for sure. So many, in fact, that I think you will have to assign a building to make sure people go here. And we can run all of the cases through in time. Now we reduced our food production to make sure that the police station was running. Not food production, clothing production. So we had way less workers recently. But that only works if we actually get them sentenced, so hopefully the increase in workers here will help with that. People can move in here now too. That's okay. Limit that. That should remain like it is. That is too many. Let's run 6. That could be more, but I guess it's fine. And the university is working. Okay, I got the waste storage set up. We should be working on the pub. Please, thank you. And the last construction phase for the residential building. Excellent. So the pub will be relatively quick. As soon as the road crane is here, we can run that through very well, very quickly. Then bring some alcohol and keep the population a little bit more happy, since they still seem to be struggling with getting food. Small shopping center has the highest priority. And we'll run it at 10 workers. Pub is set up. 2 workers maximum. And we need to get the alcohol. With the distribution office being up here with only 1 truck. We still have to build a proper one. And we have to pick up our own alcohol instead of getting foreign alcohol. But we need to get the road set up first. Construction materials are being delivered. I still need to get another covered hull truck to the construction office, otherwise we'll have problems with like maintenance of buildings, potentially, if they require some goods that can only be transported by covered hull. What are you doing? You're not doing anything, you're transporting alcohol. Okay. That sounds correct. Pub is low priority. Five workers in the shopping center. Until demand increases, I guess. No, let's keep it at 10. 10 is fine. No highly educated workers in the school. We do need the university. Okay. But first, monument and the residential building to allow more population to move into this area. Let's set this up. I guess since it's balancing everything, most of them are going here. Okay, clinic, high priority. And the police station is fine. Clinic and school theoretically, but that will come later. Two doctors, two staff member. Should allow us to always treat at least one person. And we'll increase that as population increases in the area. Alcohol still hasn't arrived. It's a very long road, but it'll get there. Anyone for the heating plant? Maybe? Thank you. Need one more. Got two. Two is fine. Well, I'm limiting you to 3 workers for now, but I have increased your priorities, so you should be sending a lot of workers to always work in the heating plant. Finish that flat, please. Need like 8 workers and we're done. Set that to 15, so we don't overfill it. This monument will get constructed slowly, and then we will also start construction over here at a low priority. The occasional worker might walk there. Got our new residential structure set up. Now if we have enough staff to run the school at a higher capacity, we could get some foreign workers to fill that up. And I think that's probably something we should do to stabilize this area. So we'll run this at like 5 teachers, 5 staff. Put the school high. Not as high as the shopping center, but still. And then a bunch of third world country migrants. Mm, 18 of which can already work, which is good. But the rest will have to go to school first. Heating is looking okay. And I'll go to workplaces and do things after they have run through our education system. Which will take a while, but it should get there. 30% productivity, very good. Some more teachers, please. Excellent. And getting a basic education should not be taking too long, especially if we get a full set of 5 teachers occasionally. Alright, let's also increase our workers in the heating plant apparently. Because this was complaining about not enough temperature. And also let's get a full set of doctors for all the newly arrived personnel. Otherwise we're gonna run into problems. Shopping center, clinic, school, and heating plant are the priority now. fill up the small facilities that are very important to run this area first. And hopefully we can stabilize the new migrants coming here. As more and more workers become available, things should get going a little bit better. But yeah, we need to get those people up and running first, and then they can fill in the blanks. Maybe not a good idea to do that during winter, but we should be able to handle that. 6 workers can't work because no kindergarten. Well, go ahead and put that up to 10. The kindergarten is also important, but not as important as the other facilities. More important than cinema, police station, pub, etc. The Soviet emblem should be lower priority. We dropped some more population in the area. Okay, let's wait and see. Hopefully nothing was a mistake here. And things will get slowly built over time and improved. Go back to planning our new settlement, which doesn't have a name yet, but I'll get one now. Sejov will be the name of the settlement. Give it an electric wire from up here, I think, or from down here, either or. Down here is fine. Did I forget anything? We got these, we got this, we got a pub, cinema, sport, clinic, no fire station needed. We got a kindergarten and a school. Now, a school technically I don't need because I said I could make bus routes for... Yeah, I don't need a school. I can make a bus route to give them an education elsewhere, so we're not going to give them a school. I will make a school bus route down towards Duseni, I think. Or maybe Prostalova. They need a few more workers, it looks like. Yeah, we can bring them down here with a school bus past the oil field. We have the road built on that side, so we can check how far the fire station can reach. Apparently it can't cover this road completely. Well, then we might have to build another fire station over there. And the police can cover everything. Good. Maybe if we have the bypass road here going up there and not to the oil field from here to the school, that'll be good enough. We'll need a small bus stop in the area. Bus platform could also work. But a bus stop is much cheaper. No. I'll build a bus stop down here on this road instead, I think. got most of them built already. That's probably not a good idea. Still need to connect water and sewage here. I guess they could be moved. Yeah. Let's put them closer to this area. And then we'll put the road in the way I just showed. But probably from here instead. Oh, let's do here. We'll set up a bus stop to allow students that want to get a regular education to visit another school. That should be okay. We will not do that. Instead we'll make a crossing here and connect to one of these. We'll have room for a statue. Like so. And then we can have stuff over on that side if we want to. And this will probably go towards the food factory. Let that get built from all the connection up here. And we'll worry about hooking up the bus stop at a later time. We earned a little bit of money, which is good. But things are still not in the clear. So Zezhov will handle our food factory. This town will probably grow a little bit larger with one or two more residential buildings to make sure we have enough university educated people in this area, because this school will also have to handle students from nearby villages. And I guess I could give them a university education as well, and then allow them access to vehicles. We are still at 4.1%. Money's looking okay. Complaints about crime still. We have a serious crime. Definitely needs investigation, but the police station is currently not high priority. Slowly, the workers are becoming available from that building, which is good. Yeah, I mean, just slowly keep building, I guess. Send some workers here to finish that. 5 workers. People complaining about no culture. Unbelievable. Just carry on, it's fine. Happiness dropped. But things are still moving along. We might have to relocate some university-educated people over to the other town, Svidava. Um, 71% happiness is pretty good, but you only have 17. That's fine. "25 people here. Let's relocate all of you, I guess. 11 more university-educated people. Let's see if you can help things. Doctor visits are down. School still needs a few extra. Eating plant down 2 people, freeing up 6 workers for other tasks. This one is being constructed. And now we're waiting for the headquarters of the party to finish, which is going to take a bit. There's a lot of things that need to be run here. But once everyone has gone and gotten an education, we probably have enough workers to free up the assignments. And then all of the university-educated people will go to the buildings first that require a higher education. And then distribute the rest of the workers elsewhere. And maybe that's something we need to do right now. Because I think we have the population to run all of this. It's just the education is still a little bit lacking. Make sure the school is sufficiently staffed, make sure the clinic is sufficiently staffed. Okay, we need more. We need more people in the police station. Get those crimes removed. Fill it up with workers. That's just a drain on our happiness and loyalty in the area. We should be able to get all of the cases solved here. run it at like half capacity. As long as we get it to the courthouse, I'll be happy. So down to 77, no education. Things should go up pretty well, pretty quickly. Just need to wait for them to go through the classroom a few more times. And then all of them should have an education. How's the road construction coming along? Still gravel being transported, 750 more tons. Sure, just keep going. There's nothing else happening right now. Except for me planning Zhezhov. I guess that's happening. We could start construction over here as well. I did say that the footpath could already be built, so let's go ahead and do that. Maybe we should set up a distribution office for distributing coal in all of the heating plants instead of getting individual vehicles. That leaves the risk of at some point suddenly running out of enough capacity and one of the heating plants suffering. I think I'll stick with dedicated transportation routes. I'll feel a little bit safer. We'll have the kindergarten over here. And we'll have a small football playground, I guess, next to it. And that'll be Zhezhov. A settlement without its own school. Supposed to handle a food factory, so not a lot of people will need a university education in the area. And those that are necessary will come here by car. We need 5 of them for the clinic. And that's it. No police station, no school. That's the hope. And if we have to set up some more, if the capacity is not enough, then we can go ahead and do that, I guess. I don't think a school will be necessary, but maybe a police station. Once we start providing vehicles to our own citizens, we might be able to open up the vehicles a bit more. so the university-educated population has an easier time spreading across our map, moving into towns and villages as they please. But right now the smaller settlements will not get any vehicles, I don't think. Down to 69. Population, workers that need an education. So this is decreasing and slowly fixing things. Lots of crime happening here. Let's run it at even higher capacity. All of the minor crime should be dealt with, so we can move it into prison and make sure this area does not devolve into a criminal haven. I think I'll bring some foreign workers here to finish constructions. Or I guess I could drive some foreign workers into the police station instead. I don't have a bus stop, but we could bring foreign workers here to help us. Police station. We can't bring them to the construction site. Maybe you should help construction. Footpath. What footpath? Oh, that one. Sure. Low priority. Nope. Unassign the footpath. Unassign the emblem. Unassign the technical service. Get the headquarter up. Then the technical service, then the footpath, and the emblem. Okay, we're back to construction. We do have the money for it now. And getting in a university education for the citizens in that area seems important because the numbers are dropping somewhat. Okay. Criminal cases are being investigated and also finishing. Did not have any unexamined criminal cases this year yet. And I intend to keep it that way. As soon as we have like only 40 or fewer non-education citizens left, I will open up this building to let them walk where they want to. And hope that they can figure things out by themselves. But for now, we'll continue construction and hopefully education of our new citizens. Got our bus stop. Don't want passengers or workers waiting here. Or tourists, I guess. And I guess we're gonna go ahead and start building this area. Set up priority signs. And then probably have a road here that goes to the school instead. And I guess we could turn this road into an asphalt road as well. speed things up a little bit. That'll also make it so that the fire truck can get there easier from either side. But yeah, we should be fine. Probably this road should be asphalt going through. And this road and a new road down here. The oil field does not need an asphalt road. That's a lot of traffic signs. How's the export going? Very good. Almost 300 rubles per truckload. Slowly bringing in some money. Sowing season has started. And we are earning, last month we earned 11,000 rubles per month. That's not bad. 30,000 last year when we started exporting near the end, well, throughout the year. 70,000 rubles. About as much as we made from alcohol, so definitely worth it. A little bit more micromanagement involved, but that's fine. How's the oil price? Should I hook up more oil pump jacks? Nope, it's stable. We're not going to play around with that and drive it into the ground. I think this is working okay. Clinic in Karabadak is on fire. That should be fine. If we get a worker for the fire station, currently it has none. Why is there no one here? Hurry up. Okay. That was close. Have some people in there, please, at all times. Maybe not that many, but in general, have some people in the fire station. I should allow workers to walk wherever they want again. Can we send some workers here before that person dies? No? Okay. Alright then. Let's let people walk wherever they think is best. And watch the chaos unfold again. Another fire. Svidava indoor pool extinguished. Okay. Yeah, we'll let people walk wherever they think is best. No more assignments here. See how that one goes. I think the incinerator is done for now. I don't think there's any more waste here. We're exporting our waste to reduce pollution a little bit. Food factory wise, we follow this path down to this area. We need the food factory somewhere in that location. And there should be no problem going up there. Walking distance up to 480 meters. This will put the polluting factory quite far away from the residential area. But there's a potential that this area will get a few more citizens. This will be constructed last, but we still need it. Quite the footpath to work, but it'll be okay for us. In the future, there could be a parking lot in this area, allowing more workers to go here. Maybe I should... Well, the workers, I guess, would come off this road up behind the food factory. And then we'll have a waste storage nearby that picks up the biological waste, so we can turn it into fertilizer as well. This time we only have our own fertilizer, so no more imported fertilizer. We'll see how that goes. Since we're not turning a lot of it into materials, a lot of the crops are being exported, and that causes no fertilizer, no biological waste to be created, and less fertilizer to be generated than we could. So the harvest might be getting a little bit lower. Right now we still have enough fertilizer apparently, but with the coming years maybe it's going to drop a bit. Instead of having the workers stand here, we could move them into the clothing factory. But we can't because we're not allowed bus routes. We'll have to set up a parking lot coming from this area into a parking lot behind the food factory if we want more workers. And then that parking lot could probably also double up and be in between the food factory and the distillery and supply workers to both of those. Hopefully not causing too much pollution in the area. Pollution seems to be on the rise over here. A little bit. Hopefully not too badly. I did free up Karabadak from any restrictions where workers should go, so hopefully everything is still running fine. The main issue was the shopping center, the supermarket. Because we had a too high amount of university educated people and they did not want to go sell things when we had a low amount of workers, but right now things seem to be working okay. Alright, back to Svidava. Our HQ almost done. Things seem to be running okay here. Some complaints about electronics, as you expect. Not from you though, that's fine. Yeah, just get it set up. We'll restrict the amount of workers in that building, otherwise this area is going to crash out again when all of the university educated workers go to their HQ and stop doing other things that are more important. Although we do have a relatively high number of general workers. This area will turn into a high amount of high educated workers. I really would like to know their loyalty, so I could specialize our education system to make sure that it doesn't drop the loyalty of our citizens. I would let anyone study, I think. It's nice to have a high amount of university educated people, but I wouldn't let anyone teach. Okay, I'm gonna stick around until the building finishes, set it up. And then the construction office can finish the technical service, which we will move all vehicles into that we have. But that's not urgent. Alright, send some workers here. We'll unassign the construction office to bring the bus back. And we'll finish the last construction phase with our local citizens. And I think we're ready to allow anyone in this area to walk to wherever they want as well. Hopefully that wasn't a mistake. Restrict that down to 10 workers for now. No research that we can do. This is just to have a university education in the area. And from here on out we can move citizens from other towns towards this area if we want to give them a basic education or higher education depending on what we set up. Restrict that to 5. Hopefully we don't have too many students. We'll probably have to run it at 10. Let's run it at 10 and then make a change if we need to. $50,000 rubles and 50,000 US dollars are looking very juicy. Pretty happy with having a decent chunk of money in either currency, which will allow us to start working on the next settlement and get everything set up for the area to move people into, and then prepare the food factory. I think we'll have to build everything including the food factory before we start moving people in, because otherwise this area would lose money again. And we'll also have to transport crops here by truck. Thankfully, relatively soon, we'll have our own US-based trucks, which can carry a lot. I think I'll hook it up down here. How should I set up a warehouse where I can also store food inside? Because I would like this to also have a decent chunk of food available for our citizens. This was supposed to be the parking lot area. We'll leave some space underneath for a footpath. We'll put a warehouse here. We'll connect the warehouse to the existing road. And then they can use that for grain storage as well as storing food. Which will probably get a distribution office that'll handle food distribution, alcohol distribution, and in the future meat distribution. So I think the distribution office for the area is probably going to be the first one that I will set up, and that'll handle the distribution what I just mentioned, including probably export during harvest and also export of the other goods if we have too much. Should I set up a warehouse for everything so I have a basic supply showcase? I don't think I need it for alcohol. Should I set up a warehouse? Ah, there's no room for a warehouse here. I don't want to use this one for alcohol. But then again, it does have a very high capacity. 550 tons. Let's say we use 20% for crops. That will leave us still with 440 tons of food. That's not a lot. I mean, if the nation grows quite big, that would not be a lot. I think we'll just have our food storage here for now, and then later on we can have something else. Could also make a road cargo station to make it easier to load, but I think one road is going to be enough. We'll probably need a larger warehouse area with a train connection in the future anyway, so I don't need that footpath or that one. Let's shorten that and hook that up more smoothly. We need 200,000 to pay back the loan and have 60,000 in the bank. Almost can pay back one of the loans. It's looking good. It's looking very good. And as soon as the US currency reaches 100,000, we're also gonna do a slight export of electricity from US currency into rubles. One escape this year, unfortunate, but it happens. Oh yeah, luckily we did not run out of workers in this building. That could still happen. Alright, we'll set the food factory up last, because otherwise I don't think machinery deteriorates, but I don't know. I'll still set it up last. Make sure this one is habitable, can have a population. I should also probably upgrade the roads to asphalt, as I said I would. $590 tons for the gravel for this road. Do need some more dump trucks eventually, but slow construction speed is not a problem for us. It is acceptable. Unfinished footpath, and then you're going to work on the monument. Okay, so we have a university in this area now. Let me check the overlay for waste to make sure we didn't forget a building. Cinema is covered. You are not covered, but you have a large internal storage, that is fine. And you are not covered. So I guess once we remove you into the technical service, we can build a waste storage here. Sewage has been unloaded. You can come to your new workplace. And then the small garbage truck has arrived as well. So we may remove that building here. And set up... Oh yeah, I guess we already planned waste storage. Now do I want this to be... This is a small waste storage. I guess each of these facilities would push into that storage. Oh, that's fine. That's okay. Maybe this one doesn't push into it because it's a large garbage container. I don't know if that is how it works. So instead of that thing, I guess we could have a gas station, a proper gas station in the area. Which will allow us to have a little bit extra fuel here, remove the free gas station, and then we'll put the distribution office over here instead. Let me actually, so I don't forget, buy the covered hull truck for the construction office. So many colors. I wish we could set a default color. Alright, looks like we'll have to get our hands dirty and color everything to what we want. Construction vehicles in blue, please. As far as we can, at least. Okay. Monument should get constructed quite quickly. As soon as the bus decides it's time to build that. I'm still waiting on citizens to go here. I only really need 6, but I don't know how many it's going to pick up. Doesn't matter that much. We have money. It still matters a lot, but I don't want to micromanage too badly right now. Got our water substation. Can I click it? We have water. That means sewage is also in range. So we can now start building up this area of the structures. Set back the automatically active setting if I place anything new. Guess we're gonna pick that. And a footpath to the clinic. And that's the way they will be able to get to the bus stop. And we will have probably 2 buses running back and forth. to the school. Maybe one bus would be enough. And then we still have to upgrade this to an asphalt road. And I said I wanted one road to come up here. And we also still need a bus stop in this area, I guess. I think bus platform for here is acceptable, since there might be multiple villages sending workers here to, well, children here to study. Let's make the road a little bit more elegant. Let's see. Well, we're gonna use most of the other road anyway. But this is pretty much the new main road over here. And mostly used, or only used for unloading students. Okay. I guess we'll set everything to be constructed. Maybe that's a little bit too early. Okay, I will repay loans first. One loan to go. And once all loans are repaid, and we don't have any monthly expenses anymore, we can start full on constructing everything. How's the export for crops? Very good. I think we can move the vehicles back into the farm. And I should set up a road depot in general. Probably can set that up next to the repair station actually. Not sure I have the room here. Okay, well, we can build on top of that. I did not realize that. Interesting. So we could have a vehicle depot here. And then have them be repaired if they are needed. Or, I don't know, can you repair vehicles and export them? Still need a distribution office for this one. Cement, steel, and waste. Let's get started on that. Okay. And wait for some more money to be earned. Now that we repaid the loan, we're a little bit short on cash again, but I think it's going to be better to repay the loan now than to wait. As long as we have over 10,000, we should be fine. In the meantime, we can also plan out a small settlement up here, I guess, which will handle woodcutting. I didn't really intend for woodcutting to be an export good, but with these large vehicles, we might be able to make that a profitable endeavor. Could be opposite of the oil well. It could use the same electricity. And all that settlement would be is basically one building of a very low amount of workers. And they would require vehicles to go back, so that theoretically they would need a university education to live in that area. But if we have parking lots over here, then I don't know, could new children then also get a university education? We might need a bus stop to carry their children over here with a microbus. But yeah, I basically want this very tiny settlement of just one building, a woodcutting post, and a sawmill. And yeah, I guess we can set it up with the existing substation. Maybe not. I don't remember exactly how far the oil field went. It did have, yeah, there's oil everywhere, but not down here. But there's room for a road down here. Maybe we'll have the woodcutting post up the mountain. It needs to be within 2.5 kilometers, so they choose to drive here by car. Because they also have to go shopping by car. Or I guess they could also drive there by car for working there. I don't really have any personal cars here yet. Maybe we need our production line first. Otherwise I have to keep an eye on the vehicles. I think it's probably a good idea to start working on the road. This can be done in shorter sections, that's fine. We'll give our construction office something to do. We'll use up some money, but yeah, we need to build that. Maybe, no, we should build all of that with our own resources. We should come up here from, no, that's so far though. We should build it with US dollars. It's too far. It'll take too long if we build it with our own gravel, and I don't want to set up a gravel production line over here. So we'll slowly start working on it. Up to excluding this road, because this might change in planning. Also have to set up gas stations everywhere. But we will have to do that with 3 gas stations until we get an electric wire to go all the way there. I don't know how bad the electricity loss on the medium voltage wires is, but I don't want to lay a medium voltage wire all across the map and find out. Okay, we can build that factory connection, that is okay. And sure, start working on some of these footpaths as well. It's maybe time to get another covered hull truck and speed up the construction of many footpaths that require electronic components. We don't need large vehicles for that. We need a few electronic components. How many? How many for a long footpath? 0.09. 0.52 for a very long footpath. So let's go for half a ton. Half a ton with the best speed. That one's actually not bad. We're gonna go for that one then. This is too much. Totally straight footpath. I've seen them in real life with bike lanes. That is fine. $75,000 left. Already had to pay 5,000 in interest. A little bit worried about the pollution of the heating plant, gotta say. It's half a kilometer away, but still, could be a problem. It will only take care of 2 settlements, and the heating plant produces 26 tons. At most. That is concerning. We'll have to see. I could relocate it further to the right, but I also potentially wanted to have another settlement over here, so I don't know. Are exports still happening? Yes, 4 vehicles. Go back to the farm and await harvest, which will happen in half a month. Let's start construction of some of these buildings. Also need another 2 dump trucks for the heating plant. Maybe the large heating plant strategy will not materialize, but I think we have to set it up at some point. Pollution went down here. Did this thing generate pollution when workers are in it, even if it's not running? Maybe because the clothing factory is not running as much as it was previously. Everything seems to be relatively stable. It's going to be one massive bridge. Once this road is done, we can set up the free road depot, get the excavator here, probably multiple excavators, and start raising the terrain to plan our second bridge. Lumber camp. Have the lumber camp here. It also needs to be in range of the fire station and the police station. I don't want to have to build those for a single building. I think the lumber camp will be the ideal test for very small scale settlements. Okay, let's see. We have the settlement here. We'll still need a water and sewage tank, that's fine. I mean, it's only one residential structure. It'll need heating. Oh, right, heating. How am I gonna get heating here? That doesn't make any sense. It would need to be... It would need to be in range of an existing heating plant for a settlement. So I guess we had a wood cutting post somewhere down here. Only the residential building needs to be in range. Maybe it still works over here. I don't know how far the range is. Let me see. Up here. Down the hill. That is quite close. And then a wood cutting post. Into a sawmill. Ideally via factory connection. But it doesn't have to be. Still have to wait for this one to finish. Gas station hasn't started construction yet either. Need that one to build. So, a one building settlement, and this time with personal vehicles. No one should want to visit here. But in case they do, this one holds 48 workers. And the parking lots usually are distributed to only use half of the capacity. 42 workers, so we need 84 parking lots. How do we get to 42? 32, 48. 3 of these. Hello Satelier. Thank you for the raid. Welcome to the stream. How was your day? I hope you had a good time with your first population, I assume? I assume you streamed workers and resources. And things are not too hot anymore, but they probably are. Welcome everyone. I'm Das Breitschwert, German streamer. Oh, you played something different, Kingdoms Reborn. Oh, okay. Kingdoms Reborn. Is that the... no, I have no idea what it is. I cannot tell. I cannot say anything about the game because I don't remember what it was. I hope you had a good time with it and people enjoyed watching. And it's hot, okay. Well, as I said, I'm Das Breitschwert, currently stuck in Workers and Resources. We are doing a challenge run. I am playing with self-imposed restrictions. In this case, I am only allowing myself 1 research per settlement. I am trying to focus myself on car usage by not allowing me to transport workers to industries by bus routes. And I had a few other challenges that I forgot. At least I can't think of them right now. No loans if possible, but we had to take loans. It's a bit of an anno like, oh okay, so city, base building, industries, production chains, and the like. I do know anno, I like anno. It's Workers and Resources in the medieval age and on a grid. So yeah, quite the challenge run we have set up for ourselves. We are struggling a bit with money and income. We are trying to work on multiple new settlements. In planning, Zezhov being constructed right now is supposed to handle a food factory for our republic. And in the future, on the western border, in the northwest, I'm currently thinking about setting up a settlement, quote unquote, of a single building where people should live that... I guess I don't need 42 workers now that I think about it, but people over here should handle a logging camp and a sawmill to provide lumber for our republic. That's the intention. But if they don't have to handle anything, like if they get food, meat, alcohol, everything from the nearby town, then I guess I don't need 42 workers. All I need is like 5 people in the woodcutting camp and at most 2 people in the sawmill, so 10 workers would be enough. We could give them something like that, a very luxurious flat of 12 citizens, requiring us to only build a parking lot for 24 people. That thing does not look like it's symmetrical at all. Kingdom Reborn. Let me take a look at it. Also, let me give you a shout out. Kingdom Reborn. I have it on my wish list actually. It's on sale. City Builder, grow procedurally generated world map. It's been in early access for 3 years. Co-op has been released as an update. That looks interesting. Yeah, I have it on my wish list actually. I guess I forgot about it because my wish list is unfortunately a little bit too large. Try the co-op. That would be something. City building co-op is something that I want to try at some point. But I think the last time I tried something like that was in Anno 1404, so it has been quite a while. Yep, I don't treat it as a wish list, I treat it more as a, this might be interesting. If you're ever bored and you don't have enough games on Steam, why don't you take a look at these things? Usually I go through them every few months and clean out a few that I don't think are for me anymore. And then it fills up with a bunch of other games. That's usually how it goes. Let's think about the woodcutting post. And we can have the woodcutting post down here. Needs to be in walking distance of the residential structure, but that shouldn't be a problem. And then I think the sawmill right next to it. It does need a road connection. Not sure if that's within walking distance, but I guess we're gonna find out. Yep, that's fine. I mean, they can walk along there on the road itself. Should be able to reach easily. Then we'll have an electrical substation for both. We do need a parking lot for 24 citizens. This is hopefully also in range of fire station and the police station, so the 12 people living here. There's going to be a few more, but the people living here do not do anything crazy. And this will be our first experiment with, can we run a settlement with no direct food supply, and they have to go shopping in a nearby town. That will be the test. Feels weird not needing to worry about parking lots and workers and resources, as I barely ever let my peasants, I mean workers, have personal cars. Yeah, vehicles feel a little bit underrepresented. And quite challenging because you need one car per worker, as they don't ride share very effectively. So if you have 300 workers, we're out of money. If you have 300 workers and you want them all to go somewhere, then you need 300 cars. And they're not like, okay, let us take that car together and go shopping together. It feels like you need to have all of the cars, and that is somewhat annoying at times. And huge swaths of room used up for parking lots also, of course. I'll have to set up a bus route bringing students to the school. Still have to set up a bus stop, or a bus platform I guess in this case, over here where they can walk to the school. Well, when it works really well. If I wasn't doing the challenge, you can have industries like the concrete and asphalt plant somewhere far off in the corner, and then you give like 30 people some vehicles and they drive to the industries to work there, and that'll supply your workers for the concrete and asphalt plant quite nicely, instead of having to set up a bus route or something. But as soon as you try to use it for critical infrastructure, it can get iffy. That's where problems usually come up. I think that's one of the downsides of not having coherent family units in the game. Yeah, that's true. I mean, they do have families, but I don't think they share resources. So this person wants sport and food, and they have 2 children. Children do not have needs in that regard. Do we have a citizen with... Wait, Don't they have spouses? Do they only have children? I thought they had spouses. I guess not. That would be an update. Families. Where they can share their resources. Okay, I did not realize. I thought they had spouses in the game, but guess not. So if they could link that. Married to the state. Oh, right. That is correct. Some might say this is not a settlement, it's too small. 12 people is not a settlement. I say Calzina disagrees. I have to get some research somehow. And the lumber camp is one of the areas where I would say it makes sense, because you don't need many workers to set up lumber and woodcutting and sawmill. I'm not putting woodcutting post and a sawmill as two individual settlements. I'm combining them at least. And maybe it won't work. Maybe I can't run this. I don't know. We'll still have to set up this parking lots. Guess we're gonna find out. I should prevent people from moving to the building. So no one may move into this area. And I also need to set up parking lots, one parking lot, probably two, for this. And a generic parking lot area for Svidava. There are lumberjacks in there, okay. That must be a song that I don't get right now. So what's like a strength of I forgot the name again. What's the strength of Kingdoms Reborn? Is it simulation heavy? Is it... Oh, Monty Python song, okay. Yeah, it's been a few years since I watched Monty Python, I don't remember. Kingdoms Reborn, is it difficult? Is it simulation heavy, or is it a little bit more of a casual affair? I would like to hear your insights. Also still have to build all of that road and the bridge and that bridge and these roads. Let's just set up the roads. And then the bridge when we have some spare money. But yeah, in general, very slow challenge for me. It's quite difficult, especially if you are restricted on research so much. I mean, it's 1972. We are quite low tech. I have 4 settlements, so what I was able to do is the Faculty of Geology into the geological map, because oh yeah, the other restriction was I was not allowed to build any resources until I had them visible until I have them visible on the minimap. So I was beelining for that, so I could set up some oil extraction. And the other research that we did get recently, is distribution offices. So we got the logistics optimization into the distribution office. And our first one is being built next to the farm. Not next to the farm, next to Svidava. No, wait. One was supposed to be built next to Svidava, but I did not plan it yet, because I'm waiting for the gas station to finish. I think I set up a distribution office somewhere. Kingdom Reborn. It's a bit more casual than, say, workers and resources, but it's quite fun. There is a tech tree that opens up things to build, but to build things, you use cards that you buy with gold. Okay. So you can't build everything, you still have to wait for cards, and then you can make choices. There are 4 eras going from medieval-ish all the way to industrial. Oh, that's cool. Otherwise it plays somewhat similar to Anno. Well, if you have played Anno 1800, that deals with the Industrial Revolution, and that one is also quite enjoyable. And I can recommend Anno 1800 if you get it on sale with the Season Pass. I do not recommend all of the visual DLCs, but I don't think they are included. The Season Pass has all of the functional DLC in it. And it is quite a brain burner, I have to say. I think I set up a distribution office. Am I confused? All map, distribution office. Nope, I have not planned a full-scale distribution office yet. I thought I was placing a large one down here, but I guess I never really finished that. Need to set our trucks back to the farm to get the harvest going. Could get another truck. We have 9 right now. Shouldn't we have 10? 2, 6, 9. Why is the truck missing from here? Did I accidentally move that over as well? Looks like I did. That's the wrong name, actually. Distillery grain. Hello, Hoysater. Would love to see you trying to make a series where you make a megalomania communist utopia with abundance of services and goods for the population and pushing happiness and loyalty through the roof. Or maybe you find that easy and boring. At some point, when the money starts coming in, I get bored. I haven't pushed over 20,000 people, because by that point I usually either make all of the resources myself and I don't have any expenses anymore, or my money earning machine is so high that I can do anything, even a complete wipe and restart, and build the whole map with things over. So building a communist utopia usually involves in you getting industries going that earn a lot of money, and then you basically give them everything they want, while also setting up the industries again to earn everything. So if it doesn't have any restrictions and it's just push, like maybe the goal should be get 100,000 citizens. I don't know if my computer could handle that. Not sure how much it would need. But just the idea of making people happy is inherently in the highest difficulty anyway, because if they aren't happy they will just leave and lose you money. So this is a communist utopia as far as I can manage with the restrictions that I have set myself. So we went through the communist utopia, we tried a few different challenges. This one is the hardest yet, so it might not look like a utopia, but it's supposed to be one. I'm trying to make it a utopia. It's just so difficult if you can't research things. And if you don't give them electronics, they're also getting a little bit crankier. The glorious leader says it's utopia, then it is utopia. Oh yeah, utopia by decree. That's true. There's no better nation around in our republic. And that's true. Oh god, we're building a road with 4 workers, I think. Let's get another excavator. I cannot have that. I mean, we don't have enough resource vehicles here anyway. But at some point we'll have a... Wait. Oh god, I did not even set up that road for construction. Is there any vehicle heading here right now? No. Then let's cancel that. And also build that, please. Thank you. A beautiful piece of land you have there. Hello, Shakespeare. It is very beautiful. It is from the workshop. Let me give you the link. The map is called New Horizons 2.0, and this is where you get it. It is set up to be more difficult because it has moved the locations for oil further back inwards, so it's harder to make money. Have a good day, Saltelier. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. And take care. Stay hydrated in the high temperatures, and otherwise have a very good day. Definitely recommend that map. Especially in the northwest, it feels very westerny. So I do not mind having a lot of western vehicles representing that. The weathered mountains give it that natural look. The rain washing away part of the mountain, eroding part of the mountain over a long time, making it look a little bit more... Is it scattered? Scuffed, I guess. Gives it that nice look. The round mountains in default workers and resources random map generation could get that weathered look. That would help a lot. And then maybe also the weathered look next to the river on a smaller scale. Okay, lots of footpaths being built. We still need more roads. They are being built. And this road should give us the necessary range to make sure all of these are covered by the fire station and the shopping center. Fire station. The fire station and the police station. Not the shopping center. They look very similar if you're looking at them from the top. And then I clicked them and just read the name. Shopping center is still doing okay. Could require a few more workers, I guess. Or I guess the workers should just be a little bit more loyal. Cool. We got a serious infection that causes severe complications. It may infect many citizens, so our hospitals need to be prepared, and we need to be prepared for a long duration. Isn't that nice? Well, our population might dip a little bit in the next few months. Let's hope it's not too bad. We can't really do anything about it. Our hospitals are fully staffed. So if we have more people visiting the doctors and we can still catch it, all the better. Reconstruction in progress. How many reconstructions do we have right now? A lot. Please prioritize the flats, not the repair station. Because if they sit in flats that take too long to reconstruct, they get really, really annoyed. Prostelova. Happiness is 64% compared to this one's also being reconstructed. 30%. Well, that isn't good. Yeah, we need to prioritize the reconstruction of citizen buildings, of residential buildings. If the reconstruction takes too low, this just keeps dropping and dropping. So just bring some workers here and finish that quickly. Shouldn't take too long, thankfully. It accepts road cranes. But yeah, we'll have to get there. It'll also take a bunch of money for the reconstruction tasks, I guess. I really need to set up a distribution office and automate the export of our grain. I mean, a rail line would be much more convenient once it is in place. But it's so far away. Was the road construction here finished? Auto assigned the next one. Oh no, that's the one that I combined. Only 270 tons of gravel left on that one. So this one is also nearing completion for the first construction phase out of 3. Gravel, then asphalt, and then rolling. After the settlement for the lumberyard, we need another settlement soon for a scrapyard. But that scrapyard town would also have to do something else. Just as well, I guess we could have a smaller settlement. If this works with the lumberyard, with everyone just driving up here, then I guess a scrapyard settlement with 15 workers, and that can grow as time goes on, would also be okay. This one holds 12 citizens, so we need 24 parking lots. We'll give them vehicles right next here. And wait for the road to finish before we hook it up. It's gonna take a while. It's not the fastest with gravel deliveries. Still lots of criminal cases that are not being handled sufficiently. We are lacking highly educated workers to make that possible. So we also dropped quite the high amount of highly educated workers in that area. So some unfortunate souls will have to be relocated to give us the necessary workers. %76% happiness, sounds good. Enjoy your new life in Svidava. I hope you have a good stay. Well, let's see how they will do. They might get the serious crime investigated. The case might take too long for the courthouse to deal with it, though. These ones are not going to be possible, but the new ones we should be able to take care. We have to get the crime under control, otherwise this area becomes uninhabitable pretty much, as people start fleeing and running away. The criminality is not very high, so hopefully we can get it under control. Are they not covered by... They are not covered by a waste storage. Well then, We definitely need one. Maybe I started too many construction projects with all of the footpaths and roads. Or maybe I just need to trigger the export of grain again to speed up our income. Okay, this will not be solved. Get rid of that. All of these should be doable. Put all of them behind bars, if possible. If they are found guilty, that's where they should go. So I guess we only have 8 trucks, one of them always going to the grain storage over here. Fertility is dropping a little bit, but it's still quite high. We are out of fertilizer though. So we'll have one more large harvest and then it might look a little bit worse. Shouldn't be too bad though. Why is everyone stopping heating production? Oh, because we ran out of money for a short moment. That's okay. I'll probably have to refresh the loan again or take out another one so it doesn't happen. Let's make sure we don't run out of money, okay? Let's let that get settled in. Keep a stable supply of money around. Wait for things to stabilize again. I could also get some third world country migrants into that area. Because we have a relatively high population, it might behoove me to increase that population to acceptable levels again. So we'll spend some cash to put all of the buildings that have over 70 years of life expectancy to 100 people. This one will not get anyone, because that building is currently a death trap. And it all looks to be from the heating plant itself. Since... well, it might be the heating plant plus the clothing factory again, but it's definitely all coming from this area now. The incinerator is not operational. I'm tempted to shut down the orphanage. We're not sending enough people here, and we're just making more criminals. Yeah, I'm just tempted to bulldoze that thing. We'll give it some time. Once we've run through the new citizens, once we've run through the new citizens to our education gauntlet, things will be better. Got a few new citizens, shouldn't take too long. Health dropped significantly because of the pandemic. And there's a lot of people that need healthcare. So, well, that's almost all of the new migrants that are causing this. We don't really have a general increase because of the pandemic, I don't think. At least not in one that is problematic to us. How's the life expectancy here? 73, 72. That's okay. Running multiple settlements strewn across the map also increases the challenge a little bit. But it felt kinda natural. Gravel imports are so slow. Gas station groundworks, 1 steel delivery, and it's done. Yeah, the mechanics around the orphanage just need to be reduced the way it is at the moment. It feels better to accept the occasional -35 happiness each time a child dies, rather than all the negatives from having 2 million orphanage beds. Yeah, right now, I mean, you basically increase your population growth, but the population you are getting is not that great. I think we're gonna empty out the orphanage and just bulldoze it. It's fine. Load and empty that one out. Clothing. Semi warehouse. Yep. Get that stuff out of there. I'll bulldoze the food in there, I guess. Maybe I can also grab most of the food. Sweet. Start by taking away their food, meat, and clothes. Well, we'll sell the meat. Oh, only food is left. Oh no, they're much happier. See? They know what's going on. They're like, oh no, please, please don't. Well, too late. You were too cranky. Nothing is left. Goodbye. Can't demolish building. Some children in care are still there. Relocate them to a new home first. Relocate 5 children. Well, you know how they are going to get relocated? Like that. We'll have to wait a bit. I just told them that they can go and look for new homes themselves. It's gonna be fine. That refrigerated truck can go into storage. Technical University is on fire. That's an important building for us. Please. Thank you. Not sure what's gonna happen with them. If no one's caring for them and they don't have supplies. Maybe they're gonna be dropped into our nation with very high criminality. 7 escapes already this year. That's not good. At least all the workers from the orphanage can work in the prison now. We should have enough workers in this facility. Courthouse is working fast enough. Even that medium crime should finish. No. Just wait until they're gone. Or can I remove it now that technically they're not in care anymore? No. Apparently they are taking care for themselves. I mean, we have people who are 18 years old. Just move into a flat already. That should send the message to the criminals: don't do the crime, your child will be left for dead on the streets. I'm not sure. I'm sure that 2-year-old with 12% criminality is gonna be growing up to be a fine person. Guzarov, Yevin, Antonovich, 14% criminality now. Everyone in this building is gonna be nasty. If they survive. I have no idea. I assume their health is going down because they don't get anything. Especially the people who can't walk. Maybe the teens and older can get their own food, but the 2-year-old, probably not. Unless someone feeds them. We're just not gonna look. It's a little bit horrific, but yeah, I don't like the orphanage. I don't like the orphans. It's not what I said. It's not what I meant to say. Where's the snowplow? Oh right, disable mud roads, gravel roads, very low priority. Make sure that the snowplow doesn't drive around and does a lot of gravel roads all the time. In other and better news, I now have a gas station over here. Yes, I do. We do indeed. We don't have a distribution office yet, but that's going to come after the gas station. So the Svidava gas station will be a source of fuel. And the proper gas station will receive fuel. Then we can remove the free gas station and put a distribution office here, which will handle food and fuel, I guess. Don't have anything else. Well, maybe also steel for the repair station, which is almost out. Good thing we checked. Let's get a open haul truck here, a cheap one. Don't need a long haul. Long haul can carry so much though, but I don't think now we shouldn't get one. We'll get a silver one, flatbed. Well, I hope we don't get too many negativity from this. They still seem to be holding on. Maybe they will all grow up, join society, and then immediately be put into prison. Well, if that's the way we shut down an orphanage, then that's the way we have to do it. The police is waiting. This is a small settlement. They always have enough workers for the heating plant. I should not get bothered by them sometimes not having workers in it. We have enough people here now to also disable the manual assignment of where citizens should go. Karabadak should still give me warnings. That's our largest town. But it's the same reason, like it's only 7 workers, and sometimes for some reason all of them end their shift at the same time, and then you get a message. More workers in the kindergarten, please. Oh god. Kindergarten, shopping center. Where else? What's important? Fire station, I guess. Make sure the kindergarten and shopping center are staffed, and then staff the fire station. It's not good if we always keep running out of food here. Two workers can't work because of low education level. Well, we did get a bunch of migrants, so... Anything else that I forgot? I mean, indoor pool seems fine. School seems okay. University will always have enough workers because the highly educated people are drawn to it. Pub could increase its workforce to maximum. The prison. Send workers to the prison too. I don't want to have escapes. There's a lot of escapes. Prison is critical. If they rejoin society early without being properly reintegrated, then they're just going to cause problems. So we'll make sure that we always have enough waters and the criminality for each prisoner is reduced as much as possible. Our gas station in Svidava has been emptied out. That gives us the opportunity to build now, finally, the first distribution office. And I think it'll just be a small one. Because everything is going to be a bit more decentralized up here. Build it like so. But with the gravel road. $1,600 rubles per month in loan repayments, and we still have to repay our US loans also. I forgot that we had US based loans. I thought we were in the clear. Evidently we are not. This gas station is only temporary, but I will have to make sure vehicles can turn around. And we'll set up our first one-way roads. What's going on with the exports? Where are they? We're out of money. 10,000. Make sure the lights stay on. We're still importing electricity and that won't change for a while. Maybe we can set up a coal power plant. Coal power plant sounds pretty low tech. And I guess so would an oil power plant. Gas power plant would require research. Coal power plant wouldn't. They make almost the same amount of pollution, but the coal power plant has a higher power output. Stop sending workers here, seriously. Might have to send you back to... We have to set up the bus platform, then I can assign you to the bus platform and you don't pick anyone up. Only our own workers if we have any, which isn't going to happen. Okay, you only picked up one worker. Good. This is already done by machinery. We don't need many workers here. Not sure how long the pandemic is gonna go. Life expectancy in that building is horrendous. 58 years. The other ones are doing okay. Ish. Could always be better. Yeah, maybe we have to move our industries outside of the towns and let them drive to the industries by car instead. One would think that doing such a thing would also increase the pollution from the vehicles. No school. We will still have a shopping center, but no school. And the kindergarten, of course. Fancy footpath lighting. Still a lot of stuff to build. It's just very slow. You're not sending enough workers here. Fire into Seni. Already extinguished. Could reduce the amount of firefighters here, I think. Limit it to 10. Until we have another settlement up. Maybe Sejov will get its own fire station. It does make sense having fire stations everywhere. I guess the settlements that are smaller could only have the smallest firefighting vehicle, and then the large fire trucks could come from nearby villages or towns that have them. Would reduce the cost just a little bit. Let's make 80% fertility acceptable. So far fertility is quite high. This one has dropped. But these ones might replenish enough when sowing season starts that they also become viable. But yeah, we're now out of fertilizer. And I don't want to import any. Too many crops still left. I have to start exporting again. I will not send all trucks out, just 4 will be fine. Next year, not this one, next year, harvest will be reduced because of the lack of fertilizer, I think. So this year we're still gonna get a large harvest, but if we drop the amount of crops we still have left in the grain silo to like 2,000 or less, maybe 1,500 or less, we should have enough room to get a harvest in. I just need more people. If I wanted to run this without assigning things, I would just need more people. Oh, we're down to 12. You have sufficient education, just go live somewhere. Happiness down to 49%. 59 for you. Reconstruction probably took a while. Any other residential buildings that need reconstruction? Apparently not. We went through all of them. I assume these ones are in range if there's a need for reconstruction down here. Yes, they are. Just a second. First road has finished construction, that means we can hook up the parking lot. I might be able to send one building to the bus platform at all times. And then whenever I do construction they can pick up workers. Problem of course would be if I continuously do construction. It might take all the workers away from all the important tasks in here. Okay, no more criminal cases, right now at least. Police station is not out of work, but it's currently waiting on things. Doesn't have any outstanding tasks. Building with foreign workers is... It's so weird when it could be done by machinery. I don't like it. Okay. I do have 2 excavators. It looks like they are just too busy building roads, probably, and a road and a bus platform. Well, I'll let them keep going, I guess. Well, we have Svidava now. We had it last episode, but now it has been set up where everything is running. The crime should be under control. Oh, Svidava, not Svidava. Svidava is the crime is under control. We have university education in the area. Things seem to be stable. I am tempted to build more residential buildings over here, outside of range of the heating plant, just so we can get more population in the area. I think I'll do that next time, like build 2 more residential buildings here. The heating plant will have to run a little bit more. Hopefully not putting those 2 buildings in jeopardy. This one's getting close. I should work on the heating plant. Get all of the pollution issues away from there. And then put them next to Zhezhov. It doesn't help, as far as I know. But we're still going to put some evergreens there, so once it works full capacity during winter, I don't know, doesn't make a difference. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. So we try to stabilize our cash. We're almost down to 100,000 rubles owed instead of 2 loans. We are slowly paying back our US-based loans. We are earning money on that end quite well. And we are trying to expand our western border to produce us some boards. And I guess we would start exporting them, because the vehicles on the western border are very good when it comes to transporting things. I'm not sure if they are very fuel efficient at it, but they look like they have, or they do have quite high capacity to do such things. Not these ones, they can only carry 17 tons, but the long haul one can carry 30 tons, if I remember correctly. This one. Not sure. Oh, this one would export 23 tons of wood. I wonder if that one would be worth considering. Just exporting raw wood. Maybe. Boards are 23.7 versus 16.5. And then the sawmill cuts down 180 down, or 18 tons of wood into 14 tons of boards. Yeah, maybe we can export raw wood. I don't know. If the wood cutting, if the sawmill is that close, at least for this one, we could export boards. But I guess maybe we could bring wood from far away and make the sawmill way more efficient that way. If we have high capacity trucks bringing in wood from other areas. Like we could have another wood cutting post over here and run it with very small amounts of workers. It does need vehicles for transporting the wood though. But yeah, as I said, we're gonna take a look at that next time. Maybe it'll be a possible expansion for us to run a sawmill industry, which on the eastern border I haven't really considered doing it. I tried it once at the beginning and failed. But over here with the high capacity vehicles, seems interesting. In any case, have a good middle of the week. Have a good Wednesday afternoon wherever you are. Take care. Stay hydrated. And maybe I'll see you next time.